what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? A Royale with cheese.
Right.
A Royale with cheese. You know why they call it that?
Why?
Because of the metric system.
Lame.
Check out the big brain on bread. You a smart motherfucker. That's right. The metric system. Oh, absolutely. Okay. So if you had one thing in life, what would it be? It would be wisdom. Would it be wisdom? Because then you would know. Yeah, wisdom is great and all. But what truly would you have? Adaptability. Adaptability is a good characteristic. Wisdom, to know the difference. Adaptability, to remain ahead with the times. Let's see. I would suggest being capable as a human. You know, being capable in all aspects, in all realms. You know, you want to be adaptable. You want to be smart. You want to be wise. You want to be driven. You want to be...
Oh, I know what to talk about. There you go.
What else do you need to be? You need to be... not boring. You need to be fucking interesting.
Be
you need to
alive.
have substance, which is a lot. That's a lot. Can't fit all on one hand. So, we gotta get to work.
Do one at a time.
Be a cool ass dude. If you had one tool in this world, what would it be?
My brain. I'm fine with that.
No. I meant like mine would be adaptability. You know, being able to adapt to a situation given time. What would yours be? Would yours be wisdom? Would yours be like
Wisdom?
Yeah, like,
I'm already wise. The fuck I need that for?
Just okay, so a heightened sense of existence.
Something different.
Hey, can you hear the voices? I can't.
Talk deeper into it.
Yeah, still.
Nothing? Then turn the volume up on that.
Pushed all the way in.
First, let's check the headphones. Hi, John.
Oh, yeah,
You're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay.
You think so? You fucking go.
All
right.
right. So, dude, where's the thing?
Turn that off.
What?
A humidifier? I mean, dehydrator.
Motherfucker. Cool. That's funny. Okay. That is indeed a fan.
There is quietness now.
Peaceful bliss. Why? Okay, how about now? How about now?
You're talking about if I had a skill that I could acquire.
No, not that you could acquire, that you were born with. Well, that you already have. Would already have.
Immortality.
No. Unacceptable.
Oh, man.
It's not fair.
Memory?
So,
Better
wisdom
memory.
would be a byproduct of that. Okay, so 100% memory retention. That's what you would say, right?
Not 100. But the ability to access memory
Okay.
very well.
Heightened sense. So, photographic memory?
No. But as close as you can get to it without it being detrimental to you. Yes.
Okay. How would it be detrimental?
Because you literally just can't forget it. That's why it's photographic.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, you can recall that, and you can put it away. Like, obviously, like, fucking, you know how Tate says his fucking dad would go through life, and he would tell him his phone number once, and he would remember it, and you'd ask him for it once, and he would never have to repeat it for, like, a second time, and it'd be like, oh, what was his number again? Fucking calls it and shit. It's just that memory recall.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, so you can recall memories. It's like, that would be photographic memory, though. Because, like, you pay attention to it, you can retain everything you learned from that, and then you never forget it. So that way, when you need to think of it, it's right there.
I would love that.
So that's photographic memory, is it not?
It's a version of it, yeah. Not just photographic, because I would like to also the hearing, you know? Because what if I listened to a podcast and I didn't have photographic input?
True, but you would formulate with your subconscious mind with your imagery, regardless.
Well, if it works like that, then that's fine.
Okay, that's amazing.
Just more
total control of the brain.
More ability, yeah, sure. More of an ability to just have more memory.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Mine would be adaptable, being able to adapt to all kinds of shit, like being thrown into the army and then adapting to the harsh environment.
I feel like you could do that already, bro.
Right, but okay, so let's do this. So go into a different job.
Something extreme. You know, because I feel like I could go to the army and just deal with it. I'm sure you could do it too. You know, something you can't grasp, something you couldn't do, but now you could if you had this, like a memory thing. Like I fucking wish I could remember every word that Andrew Huberman said on every fucking podcast. But no, I just get to learn the little concepts and the little functions, and then I just know a little nomenclature of several things, but not the whole thing, you know?
Unless you fucking listen to it over and over again, retain all that shit. But who's doing that?
There lies the problem that I have. You know how I told you to listen to Robert Sapolsky?
Yeah.
And he has that lecture on YouTube on the Stanford channel, and it's like 12 lectures, couple 1 hour or something each. Yep. I've listened to that about 5 times. Every time I listen to it, there's something fucking new.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
It's 'cause that's so much content that you're not paying attention to all of it at the same time, so your brain picks and chooses what it hears.
Right.
And it's like, wow.
It's because of I'm lacking context to some of the information he's saying. And then, for example, I would listen to Andrew Huberman, and then I'll go back to listen to that and be like, oh, that's what he meant. Yeah. Now that I have this other information. I
do that with Jordan Peterson and Andrew Huberman, because it's like Andrew Huberman has the base for what it is, and then Jordan, the neuroscience, and then fucking Jordan Peterson describes the fuck out of it, so it makes make sense.
Right.
That's incredible.
Yeah, one is describing neuroscience, and one is describing psychology. Yeah.
One, how the brain anatomy works, and how the brain physiologically, in like how it thinks and how it works. Basically,
the best way to put it is because the neuroscience is still how the brain works.
Right.
But psychology is the way the brain is experienced.
Also, how it acts, basically.
Yes. But not totally, because it's experience. You have to say experience.
Why?
Because that's psychology. Your experience of yourself, of your mind, of your mental.
Is that so? Well, guess who learned something new today? This fucking guy. Anyway.
That's why it's psychology. It's your psyche. The brain.
The brain.
But the brain is studied physically. Chemically, and that's neuroscience.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, Jordan Peterson will be capable of explaining a certain experience you had and why that happened. Andrew Huberman will tell you how you're capable of experiencing such things in the first place.
Right.
So, it's just a different level.
Different level of descriptions and shit.
Yeah. One is from experience and one is from
analysis, right?
Full on, yeah.
Yeah, analysis. That's a good one.
Jordan Peterson is doing an analysis too, but of the way the brain is being experienced by others.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
No matter what, it's experience.
He's trying to make it relatable too. That way we can understand how he's gonna portray or explain it. Correct?
Who?
Jordan Peterson. Like the experiences he's talking about, he makes it more relatable for us to understand by describing it in such a way. It's like, you do this that way, you feel this that way, this is why that you feel that.
Yeah,
because
like he'll be talking about archetypes and all that stuff, mythological stuff, and he'll be like, the way that is because we have nature within us.
Yeah,
that is a common thing throughout the whole human race. And it's not a thing that's just happening within the last 50 years. It's been happening for the whole
duration of time itself
of our lives as human beings.
Oh, that's way too expansive. Going back to the fucking dinosaurs, but I feel it
because we're built in psychology as long as you have some type of reaction to a memory. That's psychology, And then he's like, there's this archetypes of Pinocchio, there's this archetypes of all this Disney stuff that you keep seeing in movies that is common in movies. And they're archetypes because they're common, like behavioral things as humans. Slut.
Radical.
You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty fucking cool. Anyways. Very addicted to Andrew Huberman, and it is Huberman, by the way. I thought it was Huberman, but it is Huberman. His podcast with Jocko Willing too was like fucking 5 hours long, but it was great. I fucking loved it.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, you learn a lot about him and a lot about Jocko and a lot about like what they were trying to do, how they grew up, their similarities, their goals, how to
Yeah,
stay
because Andrew
driven.
Huberman, he was like, I was basically a fuck up until he wasn't.
Well, people saw past him and his ability to become a fuck up and saw his potential and was like,
Yeah, they were like,
he's not that troubled. He's
he's just not focused.
yeah.
He was really just not focused.
Or it's not that he wasn't troubled. I'm sure he was troubled, but he was just.
He was most definitely troubled.
Yeah, surely.
But not to
that's
the
cool.
extent that it was fully detrimental. You know what I'm saying?
Extremely, yeah.
It's just a good amount.
Healthy amount, somewhat.
He's tatted up too.
Is that why he wears the fucking whole fucking
sleeve,
thing?
yeah.
That's fucking dope, bro. I feel like
I'm like, that's gonna be me.
that's sick, but I also feel like that could take a little bit away from his like image as the neuroscience kind of dude who thinks with his brain. But you don't really look at that when you see him at blast.
You're never
with
gonna see him on a
tattoos.
video,
Yeah.
him showing you his tattoos ever.
Why not?
Because
Is
he
very,
wants,
like-
he just wants you to think about science, not the way he looks.
Yeah, okay. That's what I meant. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't
'cause
want you to get
obviously
captivated by
bitches
his
are gonna go
appearance.
crazy if they see his tattoos and be like, oh my god,
Yeah,
oh my
bitches.
god, he's so fine. Shut
Bitches.
the fuck up. We're here to learn science.
What he said, bitch.
You know. He's like, let's not focus on my body. We're here to fucking learn science.
We're here to expand our minds.
We're here to learn, you little slut. Sit the
Learn.
fuck down. But yeah,
Motherfucker.
he's a cool dude. He's
Very cool.
idol. Definitely one of the number one human beings up there, you know.
Definitely. Right next to fucking David Goggins, Morgan Freeman, and fucking.
Chill out. Morgan Freeman, chill out. Dude. He's an actor. Relax.
I know. I just thought the name would be funny to say.
He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude, but he's not the
Like
coolest.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And Morgan Freeman, like
Andrew Huberman is up there with Jesus status, you know.
I'll
To
agree
me.
to that.
To me.
I'll agree to that. That's crazy.
I just love neuroscience in general, you know.
I feel like you like intelligence in general too, bro.
I just intellect, yes. I love the intellect. I love learning. Learning is fun for some reason.
It's addictive after a certain while, depending on your fascination level.
Right.
Very interesting. Fascinated by cool shit that will enhance my life, which is
I just want to learn how it works.
yeah.
Like at the beginning, this is how the story began of Alexis in my head. I was like, immortality, right? Sounds great. You can't find immortality though if your brain is not working 100%.
You can't be immortal.
Shut up. But you can't find immortality if your brain is not optimal.
You can't be immortal.
That's very limiting of you, John.
I'm just facing facts, bro. You cannot be immortal. Like
You say
sooner or
I
later.
can't be immortal, okay?
No, you
I
can't.
don't limit myself to such things.
That's cool. Good for you, but it's not the fact of limiting yourself. It's knowing that, that you can't go that far.
Yes, you fucking can.
No,
you
you
just
cannot.
don't know how stuff works enough for you to understand that it's a capable thing you could actually acquire.
Do you know the name of a dinosaur?
Do you know of any dinosaurs that could do any type of studies in your body?
Don't answer a question with a question.
How about that?
But yeah, the point is, nobody remembers the dinosaurs' names because the dinosaurs lived that long ago. Who knew if they fucking had names? We named them. But the point is, you cannot survive through time if everybody forgets who you are, because you will die twice in this life. Once when your physical body dies, and the second time you die is when the last person who knew your name and your face dies as well. After that, you are erased from this earth. Sure, there's photographs of somebody somewhere.
Eventually, they'll be gone.
But eventually you will be gone. So
Unless
therefore you
you're
cannot be
immortal.
immortal. Unless you're Keanu Reeves or a fucking vampire.
Unless you're legit biologically immortal, which is a capable thing that people can acquire. But John is lame and he's a fucking stupid fuck. He don't want to be immortal.
I'm a lame. Who wants to be immortal in this shit world, bro? Honestly,
It's not that
would
I
love
want to, but I'm willing to try, dog. I'm here willing to fucking try to
That's
live as
cool,
long
bro.
as I can.
Congratulations. I'm more of a fucking Spartan or a Viking searching for a beautiful death. I don't want a shitty death. I don't want a boring death. I don't want a slow death. I want a fucking exciting death.
I don't care about my
beautiful,
death.
exciting death.
My death is gonna be quick, so I don't give a fuck about that. I
want
give a fuck
glorious death.
about my life.
Which is smart, which is good.
I want to do cool shit with my life for as long as possible, and I want to die fast as possible.
Yeah, go out with a bang, as loud as possible, like just glorious
and I do not
fucking
mean
beautiful. Like boom.
I don't mean like I want to die young. Definitely not.
Definitely not. No.
What I mean is that when death is on my fucking
doorstep
face, basically, I would want it to be there for just a day and disappear, and I disappear with it. Done.
He take a breath in, he take a breath out.
Boom.
He no longer ceases to exist.
Hopefully, no
Death.
pain.
Hopefully. Fuck
You
that
know?
though. I'm not afraid of pain. I hope I have somewhat
Didn't
of a
say
painful
that,
death.
bro. Didn't say
Somewhat.
that, bro.
Because that would suck.
I'm just saying pain
Hey.
is to be avoided.
It's whatever.
That's
dude.
literally the whole point of pain.
Okay, question. Would you rather die alive or would you die in your sleep?
Sleep.
Why? What if you have a
Who
nightmare?
wants to fucking die alive? What the fuck you mean?
Because then you notice the end of the life cycle. What if you're
So?
asleep and you die and then you never wake up and you're just constantly in a perpetual fucking sleep?
That's not how it works.
And then what if you're dreaming and whatever you're dreaming just dematerializes and then you just float into dust and nothing and you cease to be conscious.
So well, apparently, the right answer depends on what you think happens after you die. So
Okay.
we have very different.
Okay.
We have very different views. I'm pretty sure on that.
Yeah. Facts.
What do you think happens after you die?
Well, the concept of energy, how it cannot be created or destroyed, it just like reconforms itself.
Yeah, that's energy.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We start off as dust.
Mm-hmm.
We are born from the dust, and when we die, we'll be burnt again, and we'll, even if we decompose, we'll become back to the base form of what we once were, and then we'll probably start another life cycle.
Okay, so what happens after you die, bro?
Release of energy, or conversion of energy, the ceasing of this comprehension of this, not comprehension,
But what happens to you?
consciousness. Yeah, you cease to be.
There you go.
You cease to
That's
be.
the answer I was looking for.
You cease to be, which is correct.
You become nothing.
You know what's cool as fuck? I heard Sadhguru talk about. Hold on, I have to pull up the video now because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to butcher it, but I have what I want to say.
I've listened to plenty. I could probably know what you're talking
It's
about.
what he's talking about. Something with Dharma. Hold on. Nope. Karma. Dharma. Something.
Intermission.
This one. Is Shiva the only dark energy?
Do you know there is no explanation for gravity in modern science even today?
Facts.
Isaac Newton only told you apple falls down, which every village boy knew. Today, one explanation they're talking about is they believed at one time it's the gravity of the sun which is holding all the planets together. It is the gravity of something else holding all the galaxies together.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that there is some dark force
Facts.
all over the place. Due to lack of description, because they can't make out any quality of that, they're calling it a dark force. We always call Shiva as the dark one. Modern scientists, in their own language, they're saying Shiva is holding everything together. Now, I don't want you to imagine one man sitting there and holding everything together. That's not what it is. Shiva means that which is not. So that which is not is held as the highest, because that which is not is the largest manifestation in creation, isn't it so?
That which
Hey,
is
that's
not.
me, dude.
Yeah.
Swag. But yes, that's facts.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because there's dark matter. And I'm pretty sure they found another dark something, but yes. And there's just no way of getting information out of it.
Well-
'Cause there's nothing coming from it.
Here's the way I looked at it. Because like he said, he thought the sun was the gravitational force that pulled all the planets and held it together.
Right.
Well, when you look around those planets, you see nothing but black.
Of course.
See black everywhere. Well, I envisioned that's the black that he meant that held everything together. Like Shiva, that is, which is not.
Right, he's talking
it's
about space.
Yeah, dark matter in the space between space, or the space of space, where
That's
space
just
isn't
space
real.
itself.
Exactly.
But then there's the actual dark matter. There's legit black blobs in space that legit
Really?
are just that, black blobs. And they're like, what is going on here, dude?
Okay, let's go into that. What is antimatter? Is it dark matter or is it antimatter?
There's dark matter and then there's antimatter.
Okay, fuck. So what's the difference between those two things? Holy shit! Now we're getting somewhere. All right, dark matter. Go. I'm cool. Put it in a bomb. Let's spark it up through the bomb.
I'll roll another one.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. But watch, we'll just look it up. So we go off Google,
Antimatter. Dark matter.
You know.
Not to be confused with the dark saber from Mandalorian, which is fucking dope, by the way. Go check that shit out. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of
Lightsaber, then a dark saber.
dark matter is a hypothetical form of matter thought to account for approximately 85% of the matter in the
In
universe.
universe.
Okay.
A hypothetical form of matter.
Hypothetical.
Okay, and that's dark matter. That's the shit space is made of.
In modern physics, antimatter is defined as a matter composed of the antiparticles, that corresponding particles in ordinary matter.
So the antiparticles of the corresponding particles in ordinary matter. So ordinary matter would be correspondence of the exact opposite shit, which is antimatter.
Yes.
Boom.
This is a whole, what do you call it? Rabbit hole. Like, if you really go into it, it's just like, fuck you saying, dude. Because I've gone deep in it. Because, like, there's electrons, protons, neutrons. Then there's positrons, antiprotons, and antineutrons.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
What the fuck do you say? Atoms of matter and antimatter have the same mass but opposite electrical charge in different quantum numbers. It literally says nothing. Like, okay, you didn't help me.
Yeah, but everything that is the exact opposite. So, isn't that the proof of fucking parallel universes?
That's the concept of, yeah.
That's crazy. Ah, shit.
How does antimatter work?
Quark.
Antimatter particles are almost identical to their okay, dude, but how do they work? When antimatter meets matter, they immediately annihilate into energy. Okay, so that's what happened with the Big Bang. Okay, how do people contain antimatter? Okay,
Annihilate into
is antimatter a real thing? Although it may sound like something of science fiction, antimatter is real. Antimatter was created along with after the Big Bang. Yes, but antimatter is rare. Today's universe and scientists aren't sure why. Okay.
Why?
I know why, but
Okay.
apparently scientists don't. All right.
Why do you know why and scientists don't? What the fuck? Hold on.
I'm God.
What do you know that we don't?
Hey, look, it's just, they kind of said it right here. You ready?
No.
Where is it?
Whoa.
Oh, right here. Look. When antimatter meets matter, they immediately annihilate into energy. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now read this and try to correlate that to this.
Antimatter was created along with matter after the Big Bang. So scroll the fuck back up.
Okay.
So antimatter meets matter. It explodes into energy.
Pure energy.
Pure energy. But
what is
the
energy?
Big Bang
Yes.
is when antimatter and matter still meet, no?
Where did matter come from?
That's what I'm saying. So what came before what? Wasn't the Big Bang that produced the matter and the antimatter?
That's how the story goes.
So then what the fuck produced the Big Bang? It's when...
Oh.
Wow!
We don't know.
Epiphany. Okay.
That's how we don't know, bro.
He's like, welcome to the club, bro. Welcome
like,
to the question that I don't have the answer to.
We are all trying to
Congratulations.
figure this out right now, bro. Nobody knows.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason why we killed before the Big Bang is because there's no light to study, and that's the main way we study anything in space is with electromagnetic fields.
Okay.
And before Big Bang, there was no such thing, allegedly. Because the Big Bang is supposed to create the universe, and the universe has space and every particle within it.
time is a concept in which all of that exists. No.
Well, time is part of space.
Okay.
It's just a way of moving forward. Just like, because in space, okay, first,
So what is infinity and what is eternity?
do you really want to know the difference?
I think I kind of know the difference. Infinity is one that goes beyond on and on and on and on and on.
Right,
It's
infinity
infinite,
doesn't
infinite.
end.
It doesn't. That's why it's the fucking.
That's why
loop.
it's infinity.
A closed loop that goes.
That's
on
the
forever and
little
ever and ever.
definition, because it could be a circle,
Uh-huh.
which is an infinity that doesn't end.
Yeah, so that's why a circle has a circle
It's
inside
like,
it.
where does
It's
it
just
begin, bro? Where is it? You don't know.
All right, and eternity
Okay.
is what I believe is the, I guess, the remnants of existence throughout time as a chronological linear path. So eternity is just existence throughout infinity.
Okay,
I
so
guess.
eternity will be the foreverness of infinity, I guess.
So I was on the right track. I was on the right track. Okay.
It'll be like, it keeps going, dog.
It just keeps going.
You know, like eternity is what infinity is within it. Like when you go into infinity, eternity is there.
Whoa. That's number 2.
Yeah, you'll be like, so you're legit. Yeah, that makes sense. Right?
That does.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah,
That's gotta
that
make
makes
sense.
That makes sense.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, like right here, they say the Big Bang, right? But the Big Bang is assumed to have created both the negative matter, antimatter, and the positive matter, just regular matter.
So then, what the fuck happened for the Big Bang to explode? So what created
dude,
first?
I was going through all this shit. I was like in my head because some guy's going through it in his head, and then they make sure they see if that's true.
Okay.
You know, and then so you have nothing, right? Space. How can space make something when it's empty?
It's not empty,
But it is, allegedly.
but isn't it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think space is empty because if it's empty, how can space move?
Right, but we're not talking about the space we see. Because even in the Big Bang, like, let's look it up, actually.
We're asking some pretty good questions. We need
Did
some
the
guidance.
Big Bang create space?
The Bing Bang.
Bing Bang. Let's see.
Bing Bang Bomb Boom.
While
boom.
an explosion of a man-made bomb expands through air, the Big Bang did not expand through anything. That's because there was no space to exactly see. That is the fucking problem.
Wait, slow down. What did you just? What?
So while there was an while an explosion right here expands,
Through the
the
air.
Big Bang did not expand through nothing. Why? Why? That's because there was no space to expand through at the beginning of time, John.
What?
Rather,
So they
physicists
believe the
believe-
Big Bang created everything in and of itself, space and anti-space at the same fucking time?
Exactly.
Well, how the fuck?
So you have to think and be like, okay, there's literally nothing, and then there's something. So
Right.
literally,
I don't
that's
know
what
why
they're.
that's so funny.
That's literally what they're saying. That's like literally what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, bro, you're literally saying that. Literally.
There was nothing.
And
Absolutely
then there
nothing.
was fucking
And
everything.
then- and hey, don't forget the and then. Then there was something.
Crazy shit.
You didn't even fucking know this something was gonna be.
So I'm over
and
here
then.
like, okay, so I'm over here like, are we gonna go? Do you have to go through both assumptions? Because
Fuck.
if you go through just one assumption, it doesn't work. You know, they have to go through both assumptions.
What?
The one that it began from nothing, or that there was always something.
So that's what they're assuming, that both sides of there was something or there was absolutely nothing. So
Right.
what conclusion is there?
So
a
you have to
difference
go
in the
with both
conclusion?
theories. One doesn't makes fucking zero sense.
Okay.
You know, you're like literally how is there nothing and then something, and that's
You
why
can't
they,
get something from nothing.
yeah, that's why they say creator. The creator made
Yeah.
it. God. That's where the concept came from.
Boom. Let
Somebody
That be
thought all this out before the scientists made sure that this was a real thing. They had already knew this thousands and thousands of years, but they didn't have proof. You know what I'm saying? But they had concepts just like we can talk about it and not know it, like fully, like a scientist knows it. You can make sense of a bunch of this stuff, and so were people in the past doing the same thing. They were like, "Hey, dude, how come people really think that nothing came, and then everything was there?" You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "That makes no sense."
Right.
So they were like, it's either something was there the whole time, or somebody made it something.
Something happened, right?
Yeah.
There
So
had to be an outside source of something.
Right.
Some
like,
kind.
That thought itself, they were like, that's what they talk about on this God and Creator and all this
Right.
stuff. And then they were like,
Is it?
exactly. And then the scientists were trying to make sure. And right now, the scientists, this is the conclusion: there was nothing, and there was everything.
Oh my god, bro. That makes no fucking sense.
You know?
And they even have a fucking picture of it. Look, a circle of
picture.
nothing. And then just an explosion and eruption, it just projected stuff into a funnel of other stuff.
Like that.
That's fucking crazy.
Look.
Inflation. Yep, that's us. That's our inflation rate going vastly through the roof right now. More money that we have to spend.
Fucking America, dude.
Fucking bullshit, dude. Thanks a lot, Biden.
But yes, see?
Dude.
So that's the Big Bang. They are saying there was nothing and then everything exploded.
Quantum
so what the fuck are you
fluctuations.
saying? You fuck.
What caused these quantum fluctuations? You know what I'm saying? Dark energy, accelerated expansion,
But then-
developments of galaxies, planets, etc.
So now we're here, right? We're here.
Yes.
And now you have to make sense of how the Big Bang started.
Well, what caused? There has to be something of that nothing, where two nothings met into a something and then exploded into something other than something.
What is nothing in this picture? Nothing is what
Blackness.
exactly. Boom, boom. See,
Yes, blackness.
meaning that they have no data. Doesn't mean there wasn't something. There's just no data being received
Right.
to that extent.
Okay.
Okay, but now we know the future as well. We know the way the universe will end
How? How do we know that?
because we can tell the way the universe is moving. We're expanding. You know how they always say the universe is expanding.
Yeah, it's forever expanding into ever and ever into absolute fucking nothing.
So eventually, we're gonna get into this thing they call like I think it's like the deep cold something they call it something like that, where it's just everything is absolute zero cold, which means there's zero energy, like being dispersed from atoms.
Okay.
So each atom will lose the energy that it has, because right now we're only receiving energy from the sun, for example, because we're near it.
Right.
But since we're expanding, eventually everything will be expanded so much that we can't receive energy sources from from stars and all
so
this
it'll
stuff.
stretch out. So it'll just gradually slip away from our grasp and our habitat or whichever.
Right, because the way the energy is like thrown out from atoms is by fusing or breaking. You know,
Okay.
so atoms either fuse or break.
Right.
And that's the way you make energy. Like the sun is going from hydrogen to nitrogen. And it's something like that. But it's fusing hydrogen with hydrogen, and it makes it whatever atom makes out of that. But the fact that it's fusing it is giving us heat.
Like hydrogen, H2O. That's water.
Not
We're
H2O.
water-based.
That's
No,
H2.
Right. H2. That's
Yeah.
hydrogen. Is that not?
No, because we're fusing the atoms.
Oh.
So the atoms, they have one proton, one neutron, one electron. Then they get fused, and now it has two protons, two
okay. I
neutrons,
see.
two electrons.
I see.
And that's how we have the periodic table of elements. You know, because hydrogen, what is the second one? I forgot. But the second one, I can look it up.
Boron.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
It's either, might be,
Carbon.
it's nitrogen, helium, something like that.
Yeah, it is helium. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, helium. So in the sun, hydrogen is being fused into helium. Okay.
Okay.
And then it creates energy through that, because it's, we're getting too deep here. But if I the way that it's dispersing the energy is that 2 hydrogens hold more space than a helium.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Because slightly compressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that the extra space is not being used is the energy that's getting shot out at us by the sun. Now it releases that space because it creates a vacuum through that, and the space has to go somewhere.
Whoa, dude.
Yes.
Is that why you can't breathe in space?
No, you can't breathe in space because there's no oxygen, dude.
But it's part of space is a vacuum. Isn't that the vacuum that space?
Yeah, there's
like,
no. Space. Literally, if you have a cup of space, it's literally nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, even if you try to breathe, you can't.
But if space is a vacuum, where does the vacuum come from in space?
Well, the vacuum was empty, and then it was being pushed to get bigger by the explosion of the Big Bang.
Oh, so that's where the vacuum is coming
Yeah,
from.
you could see. So the Big Bang is contained somewhere, which is the vacuum space, which you could see it as a balloon.
Yeah.
That keeps
expanding,
getting filled up. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
But eventually,
Right.
the universe ends when everything expands, and they can't share energy with each other. The atoms, and then everything gets cold. And then there's a crunch, because they say everything just goes, bah! And then again, Big Bang.
How the fuck do you get it to crunch, bro? What the fuck? Like, just nothing, cold, nothing, frozen, and then we're gonna just crack in on each other, and then from that crack, kaboom!
Everything fuses into everything. So from
What
nothing
in the actual fuck?
Yeah, but why I'm telling you this is because they were not able to receive data, right? Before the Big Bang. That's because everything was gone cold. There was zero data that was emitted out.
Because everything was cold.
Yes. I know it sounds a little stupid.
No, it doesn't.
No?
It actually makes perfect fucking sense. The reason why they're...
You have to understand what heat is in the first place.
Okay, but no, what I want to understand is what makes everything cold, what causes it, because we don't know. We think we know what causes the Big Bang, but we also infer what is going to end the Big Bang because we know, we infer how the Big Bang started because we know how it's going to end, right? Everything goes cold, and then that crunch, and then another explosion into the Big Bang.
Right.
So my question is, when everything goes cold, what causes it to like break and then collapse in on itself and then fucking re-explode again?
That I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm like, allegedly, let me see if there's the crunch concept might be like, never mind, that wasn't a thing anymore. You know?
No, it's not a crunch, it's actually a snap. Imagine.
The Big Crunch theory is a hypothetical scenario for the ultimate fate of the universe, in which the expansion of the universe eventually reverses and the universe recollapses, ultimately causing the cosmic scale factor to reach zero.
Whoa.
An event potentially followed by a reformation of the universe. See, that's what I just fucking told you.
Yeah, but eventually reverses and the universe recollapses.
They're telling you what I told you, but they didn't tell us how.
Yeah.
Which is what we're fucking trying to figure out here.
It's expanding, but then it also says reverses. So in what concept does it reverse?
But what makes it do that, right?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
Because we already know what I told you is the fact that it expands and gets cold. But if such a thing that really sucks it in makes it clap like that.
That motherfucker, the Big Crunch theory, that picture is...
This is what they think happens.
Yes, which is incredible. I don't believe it's too far off.
Right.
But
if that's true, then we're in a black hole. So...
But we're on planet Earth, so do we
Wait a minute, that's facts, dude. We're in a black hole.
Earth. Nah, we can't be.
Yeah, because the black hole's here, right? And then everything's going into it, so it creates a pocket. Now we're in that pocket.
Oh, shit.
In that forever expanding pocket. Boom.
My brain exploded for the third time today, dude. Epiphanies, dog.
So-
that is an incredible epiphany.
So each
Say it
universe does that.
Say it again. We're in a fucking black hole.
Pocket universe.
Pocket.
We're a pocket universe.
Because take a listen to this. So, motherfuckers, when you hear about Star Trek, Star Wars, and all that beautiful shit, like you see the representation of shit, you know, being sucked in, singularity. You see a fucking planet being sucked in. You see it all being pulled in by a fucking vacuum and something. And there could be nothing, or there could be a fucking explosion.
Yes.
That is incredibly insane because that is exactly how the Big Bang is. So we're basically living inside of a black hole, or we're living inside the space pocket that is created from the destruction of matter from the black hole.
Well, the black hole becomes a pocket on its own. It literally just keeps. It becomes like a balloon.
Right. Like our fucking Big Bang.
Yeah, like because literally it will be like a bag.
Yeah.
Like literally, you look at that bag.
Yeah, that fucking bag right there.
The hole is the beginning of the black hole.
Yeah.
So then the black hole ultimately keeps sucking shit in.
Wow.
And the bag is how big it keeps getting.
Yeah, and then it's full. What happens when it's full?
It doesn't get full. It's infinitely big.
Okay.
The problem here is like this black hole is still in a universe, and where did that come from? We're still stuck here.
Yeah, so there's
So it's
universe
still a
inside the
problem.
universe. So is that where we get the multiverse from?
That's part. The multiverse theory is mainly because we fucked up the timelines.
Oh.
What you're talking about is parallel universes.
Yeah, parallel universes.
Not multiverse.
How we experience the fucking.
That's parallel universes are literally different pocket black holes. You know what I'm saying? They happen to have the same qualities that we gain.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because everything starts as a Big Bang
Yes.
and ends up as us
Right.
eventually.
Eventually.
You know what I'm saying? So parallel universes are in that way. But the multiverse is timeline.
Oh, okay.
It's like now you're here and there's another John somewhere else talking to some other dude.
Right.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Whose name is like Craig or something.
Some shit, yeah, exactly.
He's not even John. He could be George.
And it's just because something happened in your life that you didn't do that this John did.
Yeah. And vice
For
versa.
example, timeline things. But the parallel universes are black holes, for example.
That's cool.
You know, because they're like, we can't see inside a black hole because it's sucking all the information.
And there can't be just one of these of us.
There's a lot of black holes.
There's got to be a lot of them.
There's a
has to be.
lot of black holes out there. And that's the only way it will make sense, the point.
Yeah.
There's a point to something.
Yes.
Because the black hole makes that point, you know. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh shit! Are we inside the black hole?
Oh,
bro?
shit.
We are inside a black hole.
So that's a theory for sure, the black hole theory.
That's
which
crazy.
makes sense.
It does.
But
make
then,
sense.
it makes sense of our universe. There's still the universe that we're a pocket in. Where that began.
Yeah, the universe around where the pocket, that we're inside the pocket, but
That's
we're
the
outside
question.
the pocket. Yeah.
Because eventually, if that is true, this is true,
Mm-hmm.
it will be like we were just a pocket in the universe. But then, where did the other universe start? You know,
Yeah.
we still didn't
We're
get
still
down
without.
to the question. Yeah.
Nope. Who created the universe?
But
Are we the
we can
ones?
find the way this universe was created, I guess. But we still got to find out how the other one. But it could just be an infinite loop of black holes.
Yeah. Fucking rad.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Science.
Crazy shit today, bro. My brain has exploded with an epiphany of enlightenment 3 times today. 3.
Another joint. Let's go.
Let's get another joint going. You can use some. That one's for me, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, is it not here yet?
Yeah.
Balls. Well, anyway. All right. Black holes are cool.
I have another topic.
What's your other topic?
We were always chill out.
What did okay? Chill. All
I
right.
don't know how that
Fuck.
will last them.
What? The topic?
Yeah.
Well, who fucking cares? We can make it last however fucking long we want to. Exactly.
It's a good topic, but I don't know how long the thread is gonna be.
The dread?
The thread.
The thread. THREAD, bro. Thread. I don't know how to spell.
I really don't. I couldn't have done that.
You know what's weird? When I did that, when I figured out how to spell, I used to fucking write it with my finger first. I'd be like thirsty. I'd be like THIRSTY.
Oh, so you can see the
Be like-
imagery,
Yeah, and I'd be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's how I am. I'm weird.
That's not weird. That's actually just normal.
Is it normal?
Yeah, it's just the problem is that there's a lot of dumb fucks. You know, so that doesn't seem normal.
I believe it, yeah. Common sense and intellect doesn't seem so normal.
You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Of course I do. Try driving.
It's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, dude? Not driving without turning without signaling. Fucking, bro, people will be going straight and then the turn light will turn for like the turning lane and they'll cut in front of the motherfuckers turning just because they want to turn.
Right, like, hey, dude, you trying to die?
You trying to die cause a fucking accident, bro? What's wrong with you? Just wait until flip a bitch and then turn. It's like, what's wrong with you, bro?
You know, not that big.
No, it's really not that big a deal for people are bitches. So I was slumping earlier before I came. I was fucking mad slumping, dude.
You're fine now?
I'm a little bit. I'm back. I'm getting back on track once I eat. Like I had that Cane's, and that Cane's brought me back to life because I was fucking hungry.
You're like,
and then life, and then I'm gonna go home cook some steak and eggs. That's like the last steak I have until tomorrow. So I was like, yes. Literally Wednesday night steak, because then tomorrow I wake up with money. Hopefully enough money in my fucking bank account. Yeah, we get paid tomorrow night.
Swag.
Well, tonight, tomorrow.
Today.
Hopefully I get paid by Best Buy, because I remember last week or last paycheck I got paid from Best Buy and In-N-Out on the same day, and I was like, usually I get paid on Friday from Best Buy, so I was like, you sneaky bitch.
Wait, I need to pee. Can you turn this on?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you do that.
Hey, could you grab me a water, my friend?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I didn't see no drinks with you, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, a joint a day keeps the doctor at bay. If you can't do the rhyme, don't do the time. That made no sense. You need a little cushion for the pushing. I'm horrible. Shit. If I could save time in a bottle, I'd still give it to the fucking elderly. I really would. Would you like an extra 5 years? Sure. Here you go, dude. Go back and enjoy these 5 years. Enjoy your time with your daughter or your mom or your whatever. Time. That's the best gift I think you can give anybody. Time. Love is unconditional. Well, actually, bullshit. I just heard today that unconditional love is bullshit. There's always a condition, which I think is fucking interesting. But I'll let you decide.
On the next Dragon Ball Z.
On the next Dragon Ball Z. How that, like, pause in the middle. The suspense.
Back into the podcast.
Is that water for me, my friend?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's cold. Thank you. Extra appreciative.
There was one in there.
Water noises.
I can hear that shit all the way back.
All the way back there. I am a very loud individual.
I have the gain turned on a little higher so it picks up from over here as well.
Oh, whoa.
Well. Yep.
Can you hear me from all the way back here too? That's rad.
All right. The next topic is...
Yeah, say the next topic. What is the next topic? Bitches.
It's about... Chill.
Sorry. Forgive me.
Not the next topic.
Forgive me.
The next topic...
What's the next topic?
What I want to talk about is
Bitches.
the words that are created to first-person perspectives and third-person perspectives. You know? Like, what you call somebody that looks a certain way and what they actually feel inside that makes him look that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
That has a lot to do.